Hi, welcome to my video on student engagement in online education, a look at universal design for learning and the importance of engaging learners in the teaching and learning process. Key topics that I will discuss in this presentation include tenets of UDL, the role of engagement in technology-enabled learning with online educational resources and instructional design, research models and methodology, the benefits and limitations of engagement, remote learning and the new normal, and finally, recommendations. What's next in digital learning? Why universal design for learning? Today's classrooms are filled with students who have different needs, come from different educational backgrounds, have different attention spans and interests, have different language abilities, and cultural backgrounds. The tenets of UDL include multiple ways to represent and demonstrate information, actively express what is learned, class content that is interesting, relevant, and motivating. It addresses the needs of the diverse learning community and designs courses with student engagement in mind. Collaboration and reduced cognitive loads are also important tenets of UDL. Why instructional development with engagement? The why of learning. Well, students need to connect the dots of online learning, critical thinking, and inquiry-based learning. How? By synthesizing the components of the curriculum, and also incorporate instructional design with engagement between classmates, the instructor, and course content, as seen in the figure. The results are that students will see the relevance of the information to be learned and maintain interest in academic subject matter. This will help them to apply and transcend learning into their personal and professional lives. Remote learning is the new normal. Virtual classrooms have been adopted all over the world. As of January 2021, learning sessions are now conducted online in 95% of schools in the world. Here are some research-based models that promote engagement. We have ADDIE, which stands for Analysis, Design, Development, Implementation, and Evaluation. This includes high-impact practices in an attempt to increase student engagement and make real-world applications. Success is another model that stands for Sponsor or Support, Understand, Motivate the Learner, Culture, Fostering Learning, and Evaluate or Assess, Structure, and Simulation. Then we have R2D2, which stands for Read, Reflect, Display, Do, along with C3PO, which stands for Coaching, Critical Analysis, Conviviality, Planning, and Organization. These two models propose components that are instructional strategies, learning activities, and synchronous web conferencing tools that will boost student engagement in online learning. Finally, we have the integrate model that Husband et al., where he addresses low student engagement in large universities and courses. He proposes that you employ diverse modes of student learning, for example, online tutorials, lectures, small group interactions, and you integrate the curriculum, planning and scheduling for a larger level of student engagement and inquiry. Ways to evaluate online courses for engagement include giving students real-world applications, allowing them input on class activity and design, and varying activity difficulties and order, clarifying expectations, expedited grading, and giving concrete, timely information assists with the engagement process for students. Also, for non-traditional students or struggling students, Use a variety of familiar contexts to ground new ideas. Ask the learners themselves to ground ideas into context. Use visuals to clarify vocabulary terms. What are the benefits to students and how engagement can help them learn in the virtual learning environment? It allows for more personalized learning experience where students have freedom to choose their methods and tools that help them learn best. It improves their communication skills where they have access to different channels where they can communicate and collaborate with teachers and fellow students. And it helps them prepare for the future. Students become equipped to face a highly technological future and will be able to easily adapt. What's next in digital learning? Online classrooms mean digital learning for everyone, a global market for practical courses and credentials, improvement in the quality of blended learning, the rising demand for skills-based programs, and greater investment in interactive technology to solve the digital divide. In closing, according to the constructivism view of learning, knowledge is a process that is structured by dialogue and interaction with other learners, achieved by experiencing the world together. This achieves the main premise of universal design for learning, as well as human-computer interaction, making learning functional as well as enjoyable from the design to delivery, using multiple forms of technology and giving all students a chance to succeed. Do you have any questions or comments? Please type them in the discussion space and we can have a great scholarly discussion. I hope you learned something new.